I'm upset. Progressives, let's call them regressives, smear entrepreneurs, and the regressives are winning the battle for hearts and minds.
Thousands of Amazon employees are forced to rely on food stamps, Medicaid, and public housing.
Bernie complains, and the media jump to agree.
Richest guy in the world, and he's got employees on food stamps.
The left-wing media, of course, and the right, too.
A huge number of Amazon workers are so poorly paid, they qualify for federal welfare benefits.
At first, Bezos fought back.
Amazon calling the claims, quote, inaccurate, misleading.
At that point, I was cheering Bezos for standing up for capitalism.
Amazon Prime helps members.
I already liked him because of the service he created. I buy all kinds of stuff right from my couch. The goods arrive quickly and they're comparatively cheap. In fact, Amazon's reduced prices so much that it may have lowered the inflation rate. Hooray for Amazon!
Stand up is how we start every single shift.
It's not companies' fault that some workers qualify for handouts. More people would collect them if Amazon were not hiring. By creating jobs, Bezos gives workers better choices. But the media don't report that. They make working for Amazon look like oppression.
It's described as a cutthroat corporate jungle where workers are pitted against one another. 80-hour work weeks are the norm.
So Amazon caved.
Amazon is raising the minimum wage for all of its workers.
The anchors smile, but the raise comes with a cost. Yes, the higher minimum is good for these workers who have jobs now. But beginners, people like Kelsey Holder, will be shut out.
For being only 13, I think I was making a good amount of money. So minimum wage was fine.
Kelsey started working at this restaurant when she was just a teenager. By the time we met her, she was making $20 an hour.
If you work hard, you can make more. It's just, you have to prove yourself.
Now she's the restaurant's manager. She would have never had this opportunity had the higher minimum wage existed when she was hired, because teenagers aren't worth the risk.
We quit hiring people without experience.
Merv Christ, who runs this restaurant, says when his state raised its minimum wage, he stopped training newcomers.
Minimum wage jobs are an entry-level job to get someone some experience to do something. You raise that high enough, you cut those people out of the market completely.
Then people stay unemployed, play video games, hang out on the street. They never learn to smile at a customer, get to work on time, never learn the job skills that lead to better jobs later. But progressives claim a higher minimum lifts everyone.
Start out with a minimum wage that provides basic, decent standard.
How much is that?
$15 an hour, $20 an hour. And if you think that's too high, try living on it, by the way.
I think that would take away jobs from entry-level people. They wouldn't even get a first job.
But now, John, that is exactly the argument that people back in the day made against the minimum wage.
At least Amazon is just one company. Entry-level workers can find jobs elsewhere. But then I learned.
Jeff Bezos' company also plans to lobby Washington to hike the federal minimum wage.
Now Amazon will try to get government to force its competition to pay what Amazon pays. That's why I'm upset. Jeff Bezos, this entrepreneur I admired, turns out to be just another craven opportunist. After all, Amazon's already replacing workers with robots. Bezos knows a higher minimum wage will hurt his competitors more than it hurts him. Clever. Use government to handcuff your rivals and then pat yourself on the back and pander to people who promise free stuff.
There is absolutely now no reason why other profitable corporations like Walmart, why they also should not be paying their employees at least $15 an hour.
After all, those companies make billions, say progressives, partly thanks to
indefensible exploitation of hardworking, decent Americans.
How are they exploited? They're not forced to work there. They have other choices. They picked that job.
Oh,
it was
John,
the best they could get.
Maybe it was because all the others were even worse, maybe. But isn't there some point at which the results of this free market just shock the conscience of decent people?
Yes, there are gross parts to capitalism. Greed, gaudy excess, and great inequality. But when self-interested business owners are left free to make their own decisions about whom they hire and what they pay, more people benefit, especially poor people.
I wish I could give more kids jobs. If there were a lower minimum wage, I could hire maybe 2 or 3 more.
I shouldn't be surprised that Bezos uses government to get special favors. He's done that before.
A bill authorizing billions of dollars in tax incentives.
Amazon didn't just announce a second headquarters, it started a competition to see which politicians would squeeze their taxpayers most.
Stonecrest, Georgia wants Amazon to build its second headquarters there so badly that the city council voted that if chosen, they will de-annex a portion of the city and rename it Amazon.
Give me a break. Politicians shouldn't pander to companies, and companies shouldn't pander to politicians. I wish Bezos would stick to innovating, not scheming with government to get special advantage. Some of the worst enemies of capitalism are capitalists.